So it's about 10:15 on Monday, October the 10th, 2016, and I'm just heading on my bike up to the Black Mountains for a little micro adventure. The aim is to spend my first ever night in a bothy next to it's called Grwyne Fawr Reservoir. I hope I've pronounced that right. So basically a bothy is just a simple shelter in remote places. You know, it's for the likes of people like me who live in wild, lonely places. I've done a lot of camping and bivvying over the years, but I've never actually stayed in a bothy, so this is going to be a new experience. So I'm just leaving Bath and I'm heading northwest up towards the Black Mountains, and I'm going to be skirting round the edge of northern Bristol, crossing the Severn Bridge into Wales, then through Chepstow, Usk, up to Abergavenny, where I'll grab some grub, stock up on some supplies, and then that's sort of where the adventure's really going to begin, up through the Black Mountains. So that is an overview of the route, and there's just a quick view of the bike I'm going to be riding today. 26-inch wheels, straight handlebars, a couple of panniers on the back. That's what I prefer to tour on these days. I changed over from 27-inch wheels to 26-inch wheels and straight handlebars about 10 years ago. Just opens up so many more opportunities getting off-road, and it's not a purebred mountain bike, it's sort of a hybrid. It rides quite well on the road, but it just allows you that extra flexibility to sort of go on tracks. So that is a bit about where I'm going and what bike I'm going to be riding, and pretty much the route I'm taking. So I'm going to set off now. So it's now about 1:20. I've crossed over the Severn Bridge, outskirts of Chepstow, then I'm on the B road across to Usk. And although geographically I've been in Wales since about the Severn Bridge, it's only when I drop off the summit of this hill through these woods that I've just come through. On the long drop down to Usk, you see this amazing view in front of you as the countryside all opens out, and you can see the Black Mountains in the very far distance, my destination where I'm heading to. And I always sort of think, although I've been in Wales about an hour now, whenever I come round that corner, it just feels like, yes, now I'm in Wales. So straight after Abergavenny, you literally turn off the main road onto a quiet residential street, and then there's a long drag up, gradual drag up past the school. Then you just end up in this spectacular scenery on this quite minor road heading right into the mountains. So right in the heart of the Black Mountains now, you may hear a stream just down there in the valley. For people who know the area roughly, up over there would be the Gospel Pass, so heading from Llanthony, the Priory, up over past Capley Finn, and then there's a big drop down into Hay-on-Wye from the Gospel Pass. But we're actually taking this road up here, which runs parallel to it. Hello! It's 5:20 now, and I've come to the end of the tarmac road. My route, which I made up on Ride with GPS, sends me up that bridleway there, which will take me along. It will rise slowly and then take me above the dam, up to dam level. I've actually done a bit of research on YouTube, and it looks very much like I can get through here on a service road to the dam, and then rather than the gradual footpath, it would be just a sheer climb up to the top of the dam. So if that's not possible, I'll come back here and try that path. So on we go. So about a quarter of a mile up that track, next to this gorgeous river, the one coming off the dam, and then we're heading through this service route now. and the walls of the valley are really closing in tight. I don't know if you can see that, there's loads of midges starting to descend as well, but just up ahead past the view of the valley you can actually see where the sun's catching the hills, and that's where the bothy is around there. That would be the right hand side of the reservoir, the hill descending down to the reservoir. So on we go. Well, you come round the corner and I've seen pictures of it, so I sort of knew what to expect, but it doesn't quite prepare you for that. The actual scale of it is quite phenomenal really. Now I'm hoping to make my way up to the top of the dam here. I think there's a footpath up there, and I think I'll get my bike up there, but if not, I did see about a quarter of a mile back there's a little bridge across here. It looks like there's a much more gradual footpath up there. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be option B. I tried scrabbling up the side of the dam, but in effect you were walking up a stream and it was slippery, very muddy, and sort of common sense kicked in really. If I broke a leg up there nobody would know I'm up here. So this is option B, following this up there. It looks like a defined footpath which is snaking up to the top of the hill, and then I'll follow it along to the height of the dam. Well, stage one complete. I've climbed up from the valley floor, away from the dam and away from the bothy, and I've come up this footpath here, which was parts of it was rideable, a lot of it I had to get up and walk. It was very muddy. One of my mountain bike friends I know should be disgusted with me, but there you go. So I'm now back on the course that I would have taken back at that road junction. So we're now back on a bridleway, so hopefully a lot more riding now. I've now got to the top of the hill. I'm at the same height as the dam now. You can see it just behind the trees. I'm just about to pass it. Daylight is fading rapidly. It's about 10 to 6, so my priority now is to actually find the bothy and come and sort of explore this tomorrow when I've got more time. Most of that section was rideable actually. I will have to admit, if you're on a road bike you're going to have to walk fair bits of it, because just unless you've got real tough sort of cross-country skills. And it looks like this is going to be rideable to a certain extent. I'm going to give it a go anyway. According to my Garmin it says 0.4 of a mile to bothy, so I'm going to try and get there now as soon as possible. And there's the dam, and there's the start of the reservoir. The actual water is catching the sort of hues of the sunset, catching the bottom of the clouds, a reflection of a reflection. It's just absolutely beautiful up here. Absolutely stunning. What a wild, remote and beautiful place. Well, I just come along the side of the reservoir. There's quite a rocky rise. I got up most of it, but I hit a rock and stalled, and just as I stalled I looked over and there's my destination, the bothy, about 200 or 300 yards from where I am. Little, very simple dwelling, not much bigger than a workman's hut with a green door. Boy, am I looking forward to getting down there once I've got my breath back. So there's the reservoir at 25 past 6. It's a lovely first quarter moon up there. It's gorgeous up here. So the track leads to this final gate, and then there's a little stile to get across, and now it looks like a very steep drop down to the bothy.